Chapter 4. The Adivasis. Let's learn. Adivasis, occupation of Adivasis, deforestation, conservation of forests. India has the world's largest native population of 104 million. This is as per 2011 census. Tribal people called Adivasis. Adivasis practice forest-based community life, inhabiting and sustaining wild forest as their homes and gardens. Adivasis. Adivasis are found throughout India, but are primarily based in the mountainous and hilly areas, away from the fertile plains. The greatest concentration is in the central states of India, notably Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Bihar, the Western Ghats or hills of Gujarat and Maharashtra, and northern Andhra Pradesh. Info High. About 705 communities are recognized by the government as scheduled tribes and therefore eligible to receive special benefits and to compete for reserved seats in legislatures and schools. There are smaller groups in the mountain areas of the south, notably in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. The other concentration is found in the northeastern states. The Seven Sisters, Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. The largest groups of Adivasis are the Bhils, Mundas and Santhals. The Adivasi people have experienced major changes in their traditional way of life since the mid-20th century, especially as they lost their lands as a result of population growth, the development of towns and industrialization. Lifestyle of Adivasis. Adivasis follow a primitive lifestyle. They live in hills and forests and are isolated from the rest of the world. They make their homes in small clusters called palyas, padas or vasti, often near a water source. They live together in harmony, helping each other in times of need. Each community has its own language, way of living and a different form of worship. House. Houses are made up of grass and bamboo with mud flooring. Even in harsh winters, people lie down with small thin blankets to protect themselves from the cold. Food. Roti made of jowar and vegetables is their daily delicious food. Rice, dal, vegetables is an occasional meal. They eat fish, rice, leaves, roots, honey and sometimes even bamboo. Most of them are non-vegetarians because of the easy availability of wild animals. Utensils are made from mud and bamboo and very few from steel. Cloth. Most of the children do not have sufficient clothing to protect them from heat and cold. Most of the Adivasis do not wear footwear, that is slippers, even during the hot summers. Occupation of the Adivasis. Adivasis depend on forest for almost everything. Many of them are hunters and gatherers or simple farmers who still follow old methods of cultivation. Although the main occupation of Adivasi is cultivation, many forest people gather and sell tamarind, herbs, gum, gooseberries, honey, soap, nuts and moss. Some gather bamboo, clay, grass and leaves to make products such as pattals, baskets, brooms, goblets, pipes, containers and ornaments. Others who have good knowledge of medicinal herbs even sell herbs. But the endless cutting down of forests, that is deforestation by the people of the cities, has affected the simple life of the Adivasis. Handicrafts. Adivasis are born artisans and craftspeople who produce exquisitely beautiful handicrafts. Cane and bamboo products made by Adivasis are of a very high standard. Most of the domestic requirements are made of cane and bamboo. Hats of different sizes and shapes, various kinds of baskets, cane vessels, a wide variety of cane belts, woven and plain, elaborately woven brassiere of cane and fiber, bamboo mugs with carvings, A variety of ornaments and necklaces are some of the products that deserve special mention. Paper makings, smithy work, carpentry, pottery, and ivory work are the other crafts practiced by these people. The Monpas make paper from trees. These handmade papers are used for writing religious prayers and hymns. Deforestation. Adivasis depend on forest for their livelihood, and they have suffered from both the destruction of these trees as well as state efforts to preserve the forests, despite the fact that these very people have lived a perfectly symbiotic life with their environment for ages. Deforestation has robbed Adivasis of their land and homes. They have been displaced from their land, which is being used to build dams, mines and industries. They are forced to wander to different places in search of work and food. They are increasingly becoming migrant laborers, a process which tears at the social fabric of their communities. The condition of the Adivasi populations varies quite considerably from one state to the next. National law gives states considerable power over defining who counts as a scheduled tribe and who does not. As a result, the same group might be considered a scheduled tribe in one state but not in the neighboring state. Conservation of forests. For a healthy environment, a country must have at least 1/3 of its area under forests. Unfortunately, India has only 21.54% as of 2017 of its total area under forests. Due to rapid population growth, many forests have been cleared for agriculture and housing. The Government of India has started many social programs to increase our forest wealth. Two such programs are Vana Mahotsav and Social Forestry. In Van Mahotsav, school children and other social organizations take active part in planting trees. It is organized at the beginning of the rainy season. In social forestry, village people grow trees on wastelands. Info Hive. Vana Mahotsav is an annual tree planting movement in India, which was started in the year 1950 by K. M. Munshi, the architect of the Chipko movement. In 1974, villagers in Uttarakhand started a unique method of preserving forests. They prevented cutting down of trees by putting their arms around the trees and refused to leave till the tree cutters left. This method of preventing cutting down of trees took the shape of a big movement called the Chipko movement. This movement was led by Sundarlal Bahuguna. The other leaders of the Chipko movement were Chandi Prasad Bhatt and Gaura Devi. Recap. The largest groups of Adivasis are the Bhils, the Mundas and the Santals. Adivasis live together in harmony, helping each other in times of need. Most of the Adivasis are non-vegetarians because of the easy availability of wild animals. Adivasis are born artisans and craftspeople who produce exquisitely beautiful hand